welcome back to my channel. My name is Ada, and today we're going to do just a regular podcast episode. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say about that. You can find me on Instagram at knits by Ada if you want to see more high quality pictures of my knits, and on Ravelry. I never remember my usernames on those, but I will put both of those in the description if you want to see more stuff from me, I guess. So let's just get on with it. I think it's been 3 weeks since I last filmed a podcast video. I filmed a week of knitting video in between that, so that's why it's been a bit longer, because I showed quite a lot of progress on that, so I didn't feel like filming right after that. So yeah, 3 weeks. So I've gotten a lot done. I think I finished everything I had as a whip in the last episode, and I've started some new ones, so very exciting. So I'll start with what I'm wearing. This is the Garden cardigan by Knits by Summer. It's this nice V-neck cardigan with a double knit button band, and it has nice balloon sleeves. I don't think mine are as dramatic as they could be, but yeah, it's a drop shoulder cardigan, and it has these, I don't want to really maneuver myself, so I'll put some pictures here of the back, but it has this, I think it's currently like in style, this construction of like the back yoke where you do increases on every row, and it creates this really nice line of increases on the back, and I really like the look of that. And then you pick up for the both fronts and then join under the arms and stuff like that. This is knit on 5mm needles for the stockinette portion, and then on 4mm needles for the ribbing and the double knit button band. And on the cuffs, I don't know if you can see, probably not, but on the cuffs it uses a half twisted rib. On the cuffs it's a half twisted rib, I believe, because it's purl through the back loop. So that was fun, but that was not the fastest ribbing I've ever done. But yeah, I still did it anyway. But I don't know if I have anything else to say about this. I think the last time I showed this, I was still on the body. I had finished the sleeves, so I finished the body like pretty much after that, and then I was worried that the button band would take me like 2 weeks, but it took me 2 days. So yeah, I really enjoyed making the button band, and I'm looking forward to making some other projects that have this double knit button band, and I really like how it looks. I made the size 5. This has, I think I measured like just about like 30 centimeters of positive ease, so it is very oversized on me. Like, this is fitted, but I really like it. And I did shorten the body by like 5 centimeters, I think, overall. I think I ended up doing the ribbing for, I think, 7 or 8 centimeters, and yeah, and then I shortened the stockinette portion also by a bit. And I should probably mention that when you do the buttonholes, it tells you to place like I think from the top down, the first buttonhole, but it's the last one you do, since you go from bottom up on the band. So the first buttonhole should be placed where your last V-neck increase on the body was, and I think for me that actually was somewhere over here. So yeah, so I miscalculated. I probably should have marked it when I was making the last increase, but I did not. But yeah, so my first buttonhole is a bit higher than it's supposed to be, and thus the V-neck is a bit more shallow, but as you can see, this is not very shallow. This is quite a deep v-neck, and I think I prefer this depth. If I had done the buttonhole where I was supposed to, I couldn't have done 4. So I have 4. I could have only done 3, I think, at most. But yeah, I don't mind. I really like this. And I guess that's all. This is Drops Air, by the way, in Bluebird. I don't remember what the yarn was made of, but anyway. Next, I think I'll go with garments first. Then, this was something I finished on my week of knitting vlog. If you want to see my short progress, because I finished this fairly quick when I was filming that. But it's my zipper sweater, the regular by Petite knit. I knit this in the size extra large, and I used their recommended 5mm needles for everything except the neck ribbing that is done on 4mm needles. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird. It is currently 10:13 in the morning. I woke up like an hour ago or something, and I haven't spoken to people yet, so my voice is a bit, I think, gravelly. I don't know, but yeah. I hope you can excuse that. But yeah, I used Drops Nepal in red for this sweater, and I used the women's pattern for this, and that pattern tells you to do a twisted rib on the collar and all of the ribbings, but I just personally don't like the look of twisted rib, and I don't think it's as stretchy as regular rib, or at least that's what I've heard. So because I don't like the look of it, I don't want to do it. So I just did regular ribbing everywhere that I could, and then I shortened the cuffs by, I think it told me to do 14 centimeters. I think I did 10 or 11. And then on the body, it said to do 9. I think I did like 7 centimeters of ribbing. And then I also shortened the body by a bit, since I think her patterns are usually very long, and I'm not that tall. Like, I am 163 centimeters, which is, I think, the same as her, but I'm not as petite, so I'm wider at my hips than she is, so I don't want it to go to my hips, my sweaters, because then it like catches and I just look like a tube. So yeah, but it's a very nice, comfortable length for me. And yeah, I sewed on the zipper with my sewing machine. I have noticed, I don't know if I should block it again, but I have noticed that it does kind of bunch up, even though like the zipper is sewn as I think flat as it could be. Like, it's not, the fabric isn't like bunching up like here, but it's just because, I think it's because the zipper is so rigid that the knit fabric is very pliable, so sometimes it like goes like this and then it won't lay flat on my chest. But that's not a very big deal to me. One thing that I will say is, as you can see, I had to put in elastic, and this is actually a different elastic from what I put in on the vlog video. On that one, I did mention that I probably did it too tight. I think after I used this for like 2 weeks after that, like, I changed this yesterday because I was wearing this and I just realized like it is a bit too tight. So I changed that and now it's much more comfortable, but I've never had to put elastic like so soon. Like I had to insert elastic into this collar like 3 days after I finished, and like wore this all those 3 days. So yeah, but now it sits how I want it to sit. And I don't know if I have anything else to really tell you about this. I think I've told you everything I want, but overall I really like this sweater, and I think I want to make another one, but this time I want to make a black one. Black one, definitely. I think one last thing I will mention is like, I know Tiffany from Typical Bliss has mentioned this a lot, and I certainly agree that the Drops Nepal pills like so much. It should be illegal, but I mean, I knew going into this that it would pill. I just need to buy one of those depiller machines, but it's mostly on the sleeves. I don't know if you have a wool, you can see that, but I've picked up some of that pilling, so it's not as bad as it was when I first noticed it. But yeah, it definitely does pill very quickly. Yeah, that was the zipper sweater. Next, a surprise return of a project. I think I showed this in the first podcast episode and then never mentioned it again, because I had a lot of test knits over the summer and I did not feel like working on this because I was working on the v-neck increases. But what this is my Cumulus blouse by also Petite knit. I think almost all of my finished projects are, all of my finished projects are Petite knit, but my works in progress are not, thankfully. Yeah, the Cumulus blouse, so I was on the v-neck increases, and then when I started that week of knitting, I decided that I would bring this back because I really did not want to go into the new year with a summer project on my needles, and I knew that if I did not work on it now, it would never happen. So I worked on it, and then I finished it almost all during that week. So I was quite successful in my goal. But yeah, so the Cumulus blouse is this nice v-neck blouse, and it has all I-cord edging on all of the edges, and it's just this nice relaxed blouse. I made mine in Concept by Katja Pure, which is 100% cotton. I don't know what color this is, sorry about that, but it's this nice forest green, I think. And originally I was going to do short sleeves, but then when I tried it on, I think because it is a raglan construction, I think the sleeves were a bit too wide for my liking to begin, and I would have had to like decrease very rapidly so it would not be too wide when it was a short sleeve. And then also I had so much yarn that I just wanted to use what I could and then not have that much left over, because yeah, I don't know what else I would make with this yarn. But I have one full ball and then one ball that I had to just barely break into, so basically 2 full balls. I'll probably make like a striped summer shirt with it, but we'll see. That is in the distant, or not distant, but yeah, in the future. But yeah, so I did a size large, basically. I started with the stitch count for a size extra large. Then I realized that that would give me way too much ease, so I pivoted to a large. But then, because I did this on 5mm needles, because the yarn is a bit thicker than what is recommended, because originally the blouse is meant to be made in 2 strands of mohair. So I think because I used thicker yarn, I did not gauge swatch. I did not do a swatch, so I think my row gauge is a bit off, and I did not want the v-neck to be too deep, so I only did the v-neck increases for the size medium, and then I joined in the round, and then I did one more extra row of just like increases all over the body, so that my stitch count was close to what it was supposed to be for the size large. I think in the end I had 8 less stitches, or no, 6. Yeah, I think 6 stitches was that I was missing, and then as you can see, it is quite big. Like the stick, I think it's good that I did not have those 6 stitches. But yeah, I've tried this on. I actually wore it for a day on top of like this same black shirt because I really like the look of this with the v-neck, and it fits great. I did block this even though it is cotton, but yeah, I just used water, soaked it, and then stretched it out to where I want it to be, and it did work. Like the sleeves lengthened a bit, and then the body grew a bit in length, but yeah, not that much. The one thing I am concerned is with because it is cotton, that how much it will stretch, but hopefully not too much. But I think the sleeves and the body are at that length where if they stretch out a bit, it doesn't really matter because they could use a bit more length. Like they're fine now, but I don't mind if they grow a bit. I'm looking at my notes. Yeah, I did not do any of the decreases in the I-cord bind off that she says to do in the pattern. I had heard that they made especially the body way too tight, like to put on, so I just did not do any of those, and my body doesn't flare out at all. And the sleeves actually, like, I think they cinch in a bit even without like the decreases, so yeah, I didn't do any of those and I'm happy with it. And I think that's all for that. I'm really happy that it's finally done because it was kind of haunting me in my project bag. It's just this unfinished summer project. Next, summer socks. I finished my Sunday socks. They look so tiny because they're, I swear they fit. They are the correct size, but they are red, so they just look so tiny. Yeah, Sunday socks also by Petite. I did the size 37/38, and I did mine in Nobita 7 Brothers, which is an 80/20 mix of non-superwash wool and nylon, and I don't know what the colorway is, something brown. I think in Finnish it's something to do with mushrooms, but that's pretty much all I know. I used the 4mm needles as recommended in the pattern, and I'm really happy with these. I haven't worn these at all because I wanted them to look nice for the pod, but I have like tried them on and they're really warm, so I can't wait to wear them after this podcast, especially in my shoes in the cold winter weather. But yeah, pair of socks. I don't think I have anything else to say. I don't want this episode to be too long. We're already at like 20 minutes, so I'm trying to like speed past these last finished objects so this doesn't end up being over an hour. Next, I guess this one, another Oslo hat. This is also in Nobita 7 Brothers. This is just black. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, and as you can see, the crown is a bit crumpled. It looks fine when it's on my head. It is still like you can see a bit of the bumps, but I did this because I wanted to make it fit like really close to my head like the first one I did, but I took this to the movies when I was working like on the body of the hat, and I made it too long and I did not want to rip back, so I just did like rapid decreases, so I didn't do any of the just knit rows in between the decreases like she tells you to do first, and then do the just decreases. So I just did full on decreases, and it is like the right length, but it is a bit crumpled. But if all else fails, I'll give this to someone in my family and just make another one. It's not that deep. I made the brim a bit shorter too. I think this was like 18 centimeters in total when it's supposed to be 20. So yeah, not that much. But Oslo hat. This is just the regular Oslo hat, not the Oslo hat mohair. So on 3.5mm needles. And this is the size adult small. Then, my last but not least, my Father's Day present, and one of the reasons I had to film today, because Father's Day in Finland is on Thursday. No, not on Thursday. Today's Thursday. It is this week's Sunday. So I had to film today because we're going to the cabin on Saturday, so I need to pack this and also buy him some candy for his present, and I need to make him his card. But yeah, my Terazzo neck, I made it in the smallest size, but I also shortened all of the sections by quite a bit. So I think the back is like 10 centimeters shorter than it's supposed to be, and then the front, not too. I don't know how much shorter it is than it's supposed to be, but it's quite a bit shorter. I did change the decrease rate for the front. The pattern tells you to do, I think, every 8 rows. I did every 6 rows, and that shortened it to where it wasn't too long. And then I think I also shortened the brim, but it's a very nice fit. Actually, maybe I should put it on. There, it looks like a blue blob, but I would say that it's a very nice length. I did my tubular bind off too tight, so it does kind of curl like that, but my dad will most likely use this with just like outer sports, like if he's running or going biking. So it'll just be there to keep his neck warm. So that's all that really matters. As long as this like stays put, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I also had to insert elastic onto this. When I blocked it, the neckline stretched out too much. Like this was not close to, like fitting close to the neck at all, which is the whole point of this turtleneck. So I put in elastic, and now it's like nice and snug to keep him warm. And I used the 4.5mm needles recommended in the pattern, and I used my leftover drops Lima from the sweater that I made him. This is in navy blue. It's a 3565. Yeah, blend of alpaca and wool. And then I don't have the tag, but this random blue mohair. It's a wool mohair acrylic blend, and it's really soft. And that's that. I think that's all my finished objects. Next up are my works in progress. I'm sorry if you can hear my feet moving, because I am sitting on the floor and my feet are getting not tired, but like hurting from being in one spot too long. So sorry if you can hear that. I think I will first start with like a half finished, half work in progress object, and that is my sock. Officially this doesn't have a pattern. I just like made up the thing myself, but it is heavily inspired by I'm Ecstatic Socks by, what is her name? I can't remember. But yeah, I'll put it here what the designer name was. But yeah, the I'm Ecstatic socks, but that is mainly just for the cable pattern. There. So on those socks it starts off with the cable. I like to have my cuff be ribbing, so I did some ribbing on the cuff. Then I did 4 repeats of the cable, which I did a cable twist every 8th row, and I did 4 of those. And then I did a slip stitch heel, as you can see, if it does not blow out. And then I just continued with that until it was covering my pinky toe. I don't know what it's, the shortest toe on your foot. At least for me, it's my shortest toe. Yeah. Is it the pinky toe? Because this is your pinky. What is equivalent to the pinky on your feet? Yeah, until it covers that toe, and then I started the decreases and did this. Yeah, I have not started the other sock. We'll see when I start that, but I am really happy with these socks, and these are, or this sock, and these are really warm, and the cable looks really nice. I did do, I don't know how well you can see, I'll move a bit closer. Yeah, so I did like, these two are the same and these two are the same, but they go in opposite directions. So yeah, I have a thing where I like, just don't like when the cables go all in the same direction. So yeah, I made them go in 2 separate directions, and I really like how that looks. The yarn is, I have no idea what either of these are. I think this main yarn is like a, I think it's like an acrylic. Yeah, it feels acrylic, but I had it in a mustache and I want to use it, and yeah, my feet won't really care if it's acrylic or wool. At least I'll be able to put these in the washing machine if I want to. And then I think this is also acrylic. Oh no, why does it get so blown out? But it's just this yellow mohair, and I'm holding them together to make those really nice bright yellow socks. And the color is also inspired by the I'm Ecstatic socks, because I think one of the main samples was this nice yellow pair. Yeah, the sock. Next up, I have a second sock, and this one is the Very Special socks by Stone Knits. Oh, that looks so nice. And I am working on the foot portion, I think. I did 2 repeats on the cuff, and then I think I'll need 2 more. I've done 1, and I'll probably need like 2 more on the foot to make it be nice and long for my foot. And originally the pattern calls for 2x2 rib. I did 1x1 because I just prefer that. And yeah, this is the one and only time I'll do a short row heel. I think this is actually technically like a fake short row heel. I did not follow the pattern for this heel because I don't like the look of like an actual short row heel. So I followed the instructions for a different short row heel that I have in one of my sock pattern books, where it's you basically decrease 2 stitches you decrease 1 stitch every right row and decrease every 1 stitch every wrong side row, and then until you have decreased like 1/3 of your stitches, or not 2/3, you have 1/3 of your stitches left, and then you work the opposite way and you pick up all of the decreased stitches until the stitch count is the same. so it's not actually a short row heel because you're decreasing the stitches, but it creates the same effect, I think. And I much prefer that than the actual short row heel. I think I've tried it like once and I did not like it. And I am doing these on 3mm needles. I tried on 2.5. I tried to do magic loop, but the needle I was working, it wasn't very flexible, and I just did not like that 2.5 at all. So I decided to go with 3 because I know that at least with that one, I like the result, and I know that with 3mm needles I can still like work comfortably on DPNs because that is my preferred way to do socks. And then of course I also bought a bit thicker yarn so that it wouldn't be too holey. So I am using Novita Nalle. This is where it used to be the same as Novita 7 Brothers, just a thinner version, but since Novita 7 Brothers is now 80/20, it's not exactly the same. This is 70/25, but yeah, otherwise it's pretty much the same. And I am using this natural white kind of color, and then this nice red and this green. It's not exactly the same color palette that I was going with my original colors. I'll show those in acquisitions, but yeah, I really love the result that is given, and I think I'll probably try to finish this sock today. Like, it looks so nice from far away. If you look at it close up, it's not my neatest color work, especially on the parts where you have to work with 3 colors all at once. Especially on those parts, I did not bother catching my floats. I just made sure to keep them loose enough that I could, you know, get this on my foot. But yeah, only if I was working with 2 colors I caught my floats. But yeah, did I mention who this is by? This is by Stone Knits the pattern. And I've had this pattern for like half a year, and I decided that finally would be a good time to actually make this. And I really like her other patterns. I think I'll probably continue with this method of doing it on 3mm needles and with just thicker yarn. And also because I am doing it on bigger needles and thicker yarn, I went down a size. So I think if I was doing it according to the pattern, I would be doing a size 2, but I'm doing a size 1 so that it doesn't end up massive. And I've tried the sock on, and so far it like fits really nicely. But yeah, my very special socks. I'm really happy with those. And that is my socks, and I think now it's just my sweater projects. I think I'll show my Petite knit projects first, because gotta have some Petite knit. My cat is looking into the room. He's just standing by the door. Yeah, my Petite knit projects. This one cable is really twisty, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but I don't know, why does it have some fluff? I don't know how well. I think I'll show the back yoke because that is a bit clear at this point. But yeah, as you can see, it is an Ingrid sweater. And I have done the, I don't know, it's so dark that the camera is not picking up. Yeah, there. So I've joined the front panel. So I've done the back yoke completely, I've done both shoulders and then joined together for the front, and now I'm just working the 2x2 rib section on the front before I can join the front and the back together and work on the body. I am doing a size extra large, and I am working this in Peer Gynt. Originally I bought this yarn to make the storm sweater, but in the end, I like heard that the pattern had some mistakes, and I just did not feel like working through those mistakes. So I decided, I've done an Ingrid sweater. I like the look of it, and I honestly like the look of the Ingrid sweater, I think more than I like the Storm sweater. So I decided to just do another one, but this is sized down because my original one is in 2XL. I wanted that to be really oversized, and it is. And so I wanted to not do the 2XLs again because it was really big chore to do that. So at least with the size down, it's not. It is still a big chore, but not as big. And I also want to do a different color on this version than that I did on my first one. On the first one, I did like the funnel neck that you have on the described in the pattern, and I really like that. The only thing is that it sort of folds down at my neck, like it won't stand up, like I don't know, like it doesn't sit quite how it's supposed to be sometimes. Most of the time I don't even notice it, but yeah, sometimes I notice that it doesn't sit how it's supposed to. So for this sweater I'm doing a folded color. I think I will do the 1x1 rib because I love 1x1 rib. So I'll do a 1x1 rib folded color, and I think I'll do that once I join the front and the back together, because at this point with this twisty cable it's not very fun. But I'm running out of 4mm needles, so gotta work with what I have. But yeah, my Ingrid, and I really like this. It is quintessential fall vibes, even though we're heading into winter and I kind of want to work with my blues and my, well, just my blues. I don't know if I have any other fall color or winter colors. I don't like to work with white, maybe gray, we'll see. Next, my other petite knit. This one, I was actually wearing a version in my last podcast. So last time I wore my Melange sweater that is striped, and I just decided that because I had started 2 sweater projects that were both like heavily textured, or like I needed to pay a lot of attention. So I decided that I want just a stocking knit. So I started my Melange sweater in the actual Melange, and I really love how it's looking so far. Yeah, so this is the Melange sweater by Petite Knit. I am working this in the size extra large also, on 4mm needles, and I am using this TT. I don't know if you can see. I think maybe I'll try with this one because it's the same yarn but different label. Why is my lighting not? I think I'll need to put it down for a bit there. TT Helmi. What did I do? Ah! There? Okay, there, better. Yeah, TT Helmi. These are fingerroom weight merinos, and I actually just looked at, like, I tried to look at the labels before I started using them, because when I bought these it had no mention of this being superwash, and then because as you can see they're the same yarn but it's 2 different labels, but this one was called baby wool, so I was like, is this superwash? And then I looked at this other one, it says it's superwash. So not ideal, but I've never worked with superwash merino. I've actually never worked with merino, like superwash or non-superwash. I know I have some knitting for olive in my stash that is non-superwash. Yeah, I have not worked with that knitting for olive yet, so we'll see. I will say that this is like really soft and it's like really nice to work with, but I am a bit scared if it'll grow too much. I was a bad person and did not swatch, so if it does, I can't blame anyone but myself, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll probably treat the back yoke as like one big swatch and maybe block it after I've finished the back yoke before I pick up the shoulders, but I don't know, knowing me, I probably won't, and I'll just suffer the consequences of my actions. English is apparently not my strong suit today, so excuse me. But yeah, the melange, it'll be what it'll be, and I am willing to accept that. And then my last work in progress. So this is the right side. So as you can see, it's currently just one strip of fabric. I still have quite a way to go before it is. I don't know what it is, but yeah, before I join in the round. But I don't know if you can see. So this is my pearl sweater by Garn Slikt, and the pearl sweater is this broken rib v-neck sweater that has nice 1x1 rib details. It's worked on 4mm needles, and I am using drops Lima in this green color, and this one is an acquisition, so yeah, it's this. I don't know, I'll probably not mention it in the acquisitions, but yeah, that one is an acquisition that I bought just for this sweater because I wanted some more green in my wardrobe. And yeah, the sweater has this really nice thick raglan. Like, this is a 7-stitch raglan, and it looks really nice. And yeah, as I said, it's broken rib, and so far it's been pretty nice. What is... oh, it's just the yarn tail. Yeah, I really like how it's looking. The only thing is, since this is like worked flat for the first part, which is what I struggled with my Cumulus blouse, even though this is not stuck in it, but it is textured, so I still have to, like, especially on the pearl side, I have to keep count of what do I purl and what do I knit. So yeah, still not as fun. But yeah, slowly and steadily working on this. I think I'm also doing an extra large on this sweater. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say, since I'm not very far yet. But yeah, the pearl sweater by Garn Slikt. And that was all of my finished and objects and work in progress. Yep. And next we are going to the acquisitions. Yeah, so the drops Lima was an acquisition. Then all of my acquisitions are all over the place. Then I also bought some drops Nepal in black and in chalk. And the plan with this is to make the Salcombe sweater by Coco More Knitwear, I think is her name. I already have the pattern because it was on sale when she released it. So I bought it, and I've also been wanting to make something striped. So I thought a nice black and white sweater would be nice, and it has nice thick stripes. So yeah, that's the plan with these. And then, as I said, I bought other yarn for my very special socks. So I bought some Filcona Arwetta, but now I will use these for other projects since I'm working the very special socks in that other yarn. But the first color is this disco green, and I don't think this has the color name. I don't remember what the red one was called, but it's this nice bright red. And Then I think this was like natural white or something. It keeps blowing off my things, but yeah, natural white. And all of these are 80/20. Wait, is this not superwash? Oh yeah, it is. I don't know why it says that. Yeah, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. So I think I'll probably make like variegated, yeah, or like make like socks holding two of the colors together to make some nice variegated socks. Or then I've been thinking I might make like striped socks holding like one color double both from the outside and the inside, so that I can hold a double and then make some nice stripy socks. But we'll see, because I think these together are also like very Christmassy colors, so I could make some nice Christmas socks. But we'll see. And also these were an acquisition for the actual very special socks, because I had to buy new yarn because I did not have that in my stash. And then this is like, I didn't buy this yarn now, but I reclaimed this yarn, and I don't know if you can tell from the colors. Oh no, I dropped from the colors, but I frogged my gingham jumper by Friday Knits. It was a test knit for her, and I think I realized now that we are actually in sweater weather that I just was not excited by the sweater, not by the construction. The way it was constructed, it just really did not fit me very well. And I had also like made the body too short and the sleeves were too short. But really, all of my issues with this stem from the construction, the shoulders were not like sitting very nicely on my body. So I decided that I did not want to have this nice yarn sit in a sweater that I was never gonna wear. So I frogged it, and I'll use this in two separate projects. I won't like use them in the same one. I think for the black one I already have sort of a plan. I think I'm gonna make I don't remember the name, but I showed it in a podcast, the episode, the Novita Essentials booklet, and then there was the sort of moonset pullover dupe. So I think I want to make that one just in black, which I think would be really nice. But yeah, it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because every time I was looking at my sweaters I saw that, and I was just kind of stressed because I had put so much work into it, but like it did not bring me any joy. It just brought me stress of like how I just did not like that sweater. Like the pattern is fine, like the pattern is like, I love the idea of that sweater, but I think just in the end that sweater construction, at least the way it was done in that pattern, is just not for me. So yeah, that's the reason that I frogged it. But like if you like the look and you want to try, like the construction was definitely very interesting, and I would definitely suggest, like, tell you to give it a go if you want like a very interesting and nice looking sweater. Like the final product looked nice, but yeah, it just did not fit me how I wanted it to fit me. So that's why I decided to reclaim the yarn. But like nothing against the designer or the pattern, but yeah. But yeah, those were all of my acquisitions. Yeah, I don't really have any media recommendations. I've been listening to my Lord of the Rings book again. I have 40 minutes left. I'm so close, but we're at the point where they're in the forest and Frodo and Boromir are talking, so I'm kind of scared to continue. But yeah, I haven't been really watching anything new. I went to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. That was a very big part of my childhood. I know the first game came out when I was like in my early teens. I think it's been that long. yeah, I just remember I never actually played the games, or I think I played the first one, but not a lot because I am very scared of like scary and horror movie stuff. But I watched a lot of the horror game YouTubers play all of the games, but yeah, I really like the movie, and I can't wait for them to inevitably make all of the sequels, because they definitely will. But yeah, and it was really fun to see how they like brought all these horror game YouTubers and stuff into the game, like on the Employee of the Month thing that they showed, and then also MatPat, of course. But yeah, hopefully when they make the sequel, Markiplier will also be in it, because he was definitely one that I watched the most when I watched all of these gameplay videos. But yeah, I really like that movie, and if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend, if you can like handle the horror aspects. It's not as scary as I was expecting it to be, but like there are obviously some aspects of horror, and it does get pretty gruesome at some point, so you know, you do what you want to do. But yeah, I really like the movie. But yeah, before this episode gets too long, I will let you go, and I will go continue my day, since it is, oh my god, it's already 11. Yeah, I've filmed for like 45 minutes. How the time flies. But yeah, I will probably soon go eat lunch, and I'll probably try to finish my very special sock today and cast on the second sock, but we'll see. Hopefully the next time you see me, I'll have made some progress on all of my sweaters. I will probably put 1 or 2 on the back burner, because I did just get informed, but because I applied to test knit the Caroline sweater by Knits by Summer. It's this nice high neck or turtleneck drop shoulder sweater, and she told me this morning that I got in the test knit, so I'm very excited, and I will have to look through my stash on what yarn I will be able to use, because I don't want to buy any new yarn, and I definitely have some yarn that would work. So yeah, I'll probably have that cast on the next time you see me. But yeah, I would love to know if you knit on something while watching this episode, and yeah, I don't know, give me some new show recommendations, because I definitely want to watch something new. But I don't know, yeah, would love to know what you were knitting on, and what also, if you have any new video ideas. I guess I am planning on making the winter knitting plans once, I think, I don't know, I might make it at the end of this month, because for me winter begins in December. So yeah, probably at the end of this month is what you can expect from me, and I'll probably film another podcast episode before that. But yeah, but I will now let you go, and we can all continue our day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!